Well, beautiful day, everyone. Beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day. My greetings to you. And I want to start off by first introducing myself and saying my name is Chantel, and I am the owner and creator of Love You Studios and Love You Apothecary. So I'm coming on here. I have not really been on in quite some time. And I had to take some time off last year really to just grieve some losses, some very shocking losses coming off of another difficult year. So 2023 was a transitional and difficult year. 2024, I was like, whoo, started off, it's like, okay, cool, we're starting off promising, and then took some hits and some losses. So I took some time off. So and some necessary time off. So I'm glad to be back. Um, and still, I'll catch up on all the things in just life, right? Life, period. What's going on? What's been going on? Let's catch up. And then also talk about the happenings, right? So we have had an election in this country. Um, and when I tell you, folks, it's just, we're reeling, right? It's just been overwhelming the senses. But be encouraged, y'all. Be encouraged. Seriously, be encouraged. Take back your power and get centered. So, we're going to talk about a few things. But let me just first start off by saying I am having some tea this morning. If you all have not heard or don't know, I am a licensed esthetician. I'm also a degreed massage therapist. I've had my degree. It will be 22 years this year. I think 22 or 23 years this year. July 26th is when I crossed that stage and graduated so many years ago. I can hardly believe it, you all. I am coming up on a big deal, birthday. Gonna make 55 years this August. Thank you, Lord. I'm so excited about that. And but I'm a licensed esthetician. Have been licensed since 2019. I am a so what is that? 5 years? Is that going on 5 years? 19, 21, 22, 24, 25, going on 6 years. 6 years at the end of this year. So I was just made 5 years at the end of last year. And then I am also an herbalist. So that's just the tip of, my quals, if you will. I have also been, before I delved off into all these things, I have also been a coach, right? Personal and professional development coach. And so those are some of the things, in my background, just kind of get that out the way. So my channel has been mostly focused on aesthetics at one point. But really, that is just one small part of what I do. It goes together with the other parts. But it's one small part of what I do because I really am big on I really am focused. Let me say that. On dealing with healing the mind, body, and the emotions. And so the skin is a huge part of that because the skin begins to tell the story about what's going on the inside when we fail to recognize the other signs of what's going on in our body. So it's a big deal. We do need to learn to listen to our body, learn to heal our skin issues. And so that's one part. Herbalism became a huge part of my life and my lifestyle when I was diagnosed with a particular condition. And if you don't know what that is, I will probably go into that on another channel, in another recording. So today is February 1st, 2025. Okay, February 1st, 2025. I took that break in January, a much needed break. Was almost in a spiral because so much was going on, trying to keep up with everything, praying about a lot of things, being very intentional. My word this year is to be intentional, to be very focused. So that meant that I had to begin to shift and pivot and begin to recenter myself. I got on my shirt and my cute little leopard print. Y'all see my little leopard print pants? But begin to get recentered in my thoughts, right? And taking back my power and beginning to refocus. So my goal and intention is to begin to try to post at least 3 to 4 times a week. That's my goal here. So I will be talking all things aesthetics, which is skincare, if you don't know, topical, and then talk about inside, right? How we heal our bodies from the inside out. That is the herbalism aspect. And then also massage therapy or body work is the other part of it. I have also decided to go ahead and I couldn't figure out, I wanted to go the naturopathic route as far as certifications, but I thought as far where I am in this season, time and money, and I'm already a heavily self-study. I read and research quite a bit, like almost every single day, sometimes to where I can't shut my brain off. I'm constantly researching. So the better route for me is to get my certification as a health and wellness coach. And I'm looking into some programs. I think I may have found something. So I'm going to add that to the repertoire and then build it out, because if most of you do not know, my goal is to have a school, and it's going to be very non-traditional. So I'm writing the vision, have been, and making it plain so that when this gets ready to kick off, I'm able to do so quite seamlessly, okay, as far as the plan. So focusing on writing curriculum and planning the beginning stages of that, and also on building out my apothecary. So I'm here with you recording this morning in my studio space, my warm, my cozy, my space, my safe space, and just really enjoying, the morning and deciding, okay, I knew a week ago or so, maybe a week and a half ago, I said I'm going to start recording on February 1st, which is what we recognize in this country, Black History Month, but I'm being very intentional, and I'm learning more about and sharing more about Black history as it pertains to this country, and then talking about who many of us are in this country and have been, and the rich history that we bring that goes far beyond slavery, right? Foundational Black Americans is how I identify myself, and a believer, okay? I am a foundational Black American who is also a believer, and I'll talk more about what that means for me as we deal with mind, spirit, body on this channel, overall wellness, also focus on women and women's health very specifically. And I will talk about some things and you all may shrug about it, but I want us to really think critically. And when I say think critically, I mean think critically about a lot of the things that we say that we want, and we say we recognize something on one hand, but then we go ahead and we turn around and we deny it on the other. I'll talk about that and about what that actually means. And then, so I'm focused on women's health, foundational Black Americans' health initially, and those of the diaspora first and foremost, and then women's health in general, our emotional health mainly, and how that affects our physical health. So we'll get into a lot of that on this channel. I wanted to come on and introduce and say hello. It's been a while, but please hang in there. Stick with me. I will be doing some, get ready videos. I do have another channel called The Adventures of Mr. and Mrs. And that's my husband's and my channel. And I'm going to talk about some things over there. Marriage focus goals, being a blended family, and all the things, that we have travailed through and are still travailing through in our 6 years of marriage. Has it been 6 or 5? Going on 6? I don't know. I didn't even think about that. 19. It's going on 6 years. In July, it'll be 6 years. So, but on this channel, I'm going to talk about the things that I mentioned before and on a wellness and the journey that I've been on to regain my wellness, right? Regain my wellness, regain my focus, and talk to you all about all the things, and then we'll make some things. So if you look on my channel before, I am very much into homesteading. I just really learned the term homesteading about a year and a half ago through the Black Women's Homesteading group that I am a part of on Facebook, and also Rain and Jeannie. So there's some beautiful things happening over there in that group. So if you're interested and you are a foundation, if you are a Black woman, then you can go over there and request to join that group, and you'll love it over there. The vibe is very different. She also has a magazine called Black Tribe, so I do promote that. It is one of the most uniquely rich magazines that I have ever come across. It's not full of just a bunch of junk. It really is information packed, power packed, ideas, and rich in ideas, rich in information, rich in things you can use to even help set goals, and some instructional, right? Some instructional things inside of the magazine. So it's not full of a bunch of ads and a bunch of nonsense that you cannot use. Really go and support that magazine. So I also want to say I am a formulator. And so I am completely revamping my site and product, and the way that I offer product. Now, the way that I offer product has always been about function. How does it function on your skin? You can get butters, and you can get oils, and you can get all those things from a ton of other places, but what you cannot get is my products that are created out of the source, which is God, that wakes me up and says, okay, go make this. And it is good for your skin. And I use only organic herbs, and I use oils, and the formulas are created to heal the body. Okay? And soaps, everything that I create and do is very intentional. So that's the word for the year. What I want to do, this is your call of action. If you have not liked this channel, please like the channel. Comment. Please keep the comments respectful at all times. And then also please share the videos. That's my call of action. If you want to support this channel, please do so by liking, commenting, and sharing the videos. I promise it's going to be chock full. Had to get my energy back up as I had pivoted at the mid part of 2003. I want to say May of 2023, pivoted back into corporate. And we'll talk about why and why I'm pivoting right back out in about 2.5 seconds. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate you. And I look forward. I need to build up this channel. I think it's to 300 so that I can start doing some lives, because there are some things we need to talk about, y'all. We need to talk about the things that are happening and the things that are going on. I will be looking into the comments. So if you are commenting, I will be responding. And then also the last note is that I will not be appearing as much on Facebook and Instagram. I am pivoting over to Fanbase, Isaac Hayes Fanbase. If you haven't heard about it, please go check it out. You can also invest. So it's always smart to jump into and get into a thing at the beginning. It pays off greatly. And if we all run, not walk, run over there and support Fanbase and invest, we're going places and we're doing things. Please support your local communities and also support Black-owned businesses, giving them your support in a myriad of ways. Even if you can't purchase, you share when they're asking you to test or to try or to come. Do those things, talk about it, point people in their direction, because what may not be for you is for someone else. And get to know your folks, get to know your people, okay? But it's time to pour back into ourselves, to trust ourselves, and then to also pour back into our communities in a very big way. And I'll tell you why my discernment, okay? And that's the other thing we'll talk about. We'll get into a lot of spiritual aspects here, but we've got to learn to start trusting our discernment, okay, in all things. Never mind a personality, your discernment. And the only way that you can build that muscle is by using it. We'll talk about that too. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your time this morning. I know it's almost 20 minutes and I know we have short attention spans and things to do, but Saturday, February 1st, I will be back later on today. So I'll be posting probably quite a few times today to get me started for not only Black History Month, but a renewing and a recharging of Chantel and Love You Studios and more of the apothecary and the things to come. Thank you for joining. I hope you all have a good day. Take care.